TV shows out there right now is Life on NBC. It's back with brand new episodes with a brand new character. He plays Captain Kevin Tidwell on the show on Life. It's Donal Logue. How you doing, buddy?
I'm great, man. How are you?
I am doing awesome, dude. I'm loving the character that you're new to the show. You play Captain Kevin Tidwell on there, and you're bringing some New York flair to the West Coast. How cool is that?
It's necessary and it's good.
I like it. Now, were you a fan of the show before you came on, or did you know much about it?
I was a fan of the show before I came on, and I've always been a fan of Damian Lewis, the lead actor. I was a big fan of Band of Brothers, that HBO miniseries.
Right on.
About World War II that he started, and so I was a fan of the show, and I knew the show's creators, and then they kind of said, do you want to jump on and do this arc? And I thought, that sounds great.
Yeah. Now, for the folks tuning in, kind of tell them about your character a little bit on the show. Like I said, you're bringing a different flair to the show for sure. Kind of taking over with Robin Weigert's role from last year. Tell them a little bit what you're doing on there.
Yeah, what happens is this guy comes out from New York, and he's brought out by the head of the LAPD is a Bostonian who ran the New York Police Department for a long time, and he comes out, and I think a lot of what I have to do, though, is, he's certainly an oddball, but so is Cruz in a way, Damian's character.
Yeah.
But I have this kind of weird romantic relationship brewing with Sarah Shahi's character, Danny Reese.
Good call on that one, by the way.
Who's the hottest woman on planet Earth, and which is insane, but fine for me. And a really great person. I don't know. My whole thing has been really kind of seamless and effortless coming into this cast, and so hopefully it works out for the viewers as well. But I like it. I like it a lot.
So we're going to start seeing you more and more involved, I think, every week, right? We're going to start seeing a little bit more of the character?
Yeah, I think so, absolutely, yeah. I think we're on episode 4 that we're showing, and we're filming episode 10 as we speak, so, that's definitely the progression.
Man, and the thing, too, you're talking about Damian Lewis, his character on the show, one of the most eccentric TV characters, I think, going right now. Has a lot of monk quality to him, Yeah,
he does. Yeah, exactly. He's got this kind of Zen thing that he developed because he was in prison for 12 years for a murder he didn't commit.
Yeah.
And, the guy's, it's just like a really interesting flavor to a character, which I hadn't seen on what would have been like on a typical cop show,
Right. Now, and Damian's British, if I remember right, in real life. Is that? Yeah. Now, is it freaky, kind of hearing him with the British accent, and then acting with him having this, smirky,
well, it's funny because
accent?
He never has his English accent on.
Really?
And then when we hang out outside of work, like on the weekend with his wife, and or we all went to this soccer game together and did different stuff, and every time I see him kind of off campus, speaking with an English accent with his wife, it looks like someone doing an English accent. It seems like a character.
Very cool, man. It's a great show, and like I said, you're definitely an added bonus to it now, because I really liked it last season. I was glad to see it get picked back up. You always worry about that. That's what I always worry about with these shows. It's like, is it tough as an actor when you know you're on something good and either it doesn't get picked back? Is it frustrating? What's the feeling that you feel with that?
Oh yeah, it's hugely frustrating when that happens. I did a show called Knights of Prosperity.
Great show,
Robbie,
by the way.
Mick Jagger, and you do these things, and you did a pilot for HBO about bikers called 1% that we're waiting to hear, and you do these things, and you really hope that you can ride them out as long as they go. I did one though called Grounded for Life that lasted 5 years, and I remember they would always buy it 3 episodes at a time, and we did that for almost 100 episodes. So
doesn't it frustrate you though? When
it does.
that?
It's frustrating, but we did get a long run out of it. So you do what you run it till its course is done, and then you hope for the best.
All right. Now you said 1%, which is an HBO show. What's the difference between working with an HBO versus network like an NBC?
Well, it was just different in terms of what the character. I played a biker, and I looked a lot different, and every day we were kind of on motorcycles, and here we're in the conference room of the police station. So it's totally all good, just all very different.
Right.
HBO is very different too because they have they kind of take a little bit more time to do each episode, and they don't. Clearly you can do heavier things because it's not really there's no standards that they have to There's no standards of decency that they have to.
Much like this show.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's no whatever the FCC people are on the set who are like making sure that there aren't cuss words or this or that. So, but life doesn't really suffer. Life is so stylized and so intellectual. It doesn't need to be dark and dirty or anything. So it's it's a really great show. Before
I let you get out of here, I one of the biggest movies I think coming out here in the last few months, really of the year, the new Max Payne movie is just a little over a week away. You're in that. Tell us about your character, your role in the new Max Payne movie.
I actually played a New York cop in that one as well. I play Mark Wahlberg's old partner,
right?
Who I think he feels betrayed him a little bit and didn't do enough to solve his wife's murder. And when I try and kind of make it up to him, things go awry for me. So it was really fun to shoot. And
right.
We had a great time. I'm looking forward to seeing it. I'm going to see it on Monday.
What's Wahlberg like working with him?
Great guy, really great. I mean, I've always been friends with his brother Donnie, and I hadn't known Mark, so I got to know him over the course of this shoot. He's really awesome.
See, he's got to get you on Entourage somehow. That's the other show that I'm loving. If you can pop up on Entourage, it's like the perfect combination.
Yeah, I'd love to pop up on Entourage. It's a great show.
Hey, Donal, thank you for coming on, man. Seriously, continue best of luck. Life is on tonight on NBC here locally. I believe at 8 o'clock it's on. So get out, check it out. It's one of the hippest, freshest shows on TV, and the Captain Kevin Tidwell character is absolutely amazing. Thanks for coming on, man. Continue best of luck to you.
Thank you so much.
It's the Tony Rose Morning Show, Sam.